with the car.
Coming to that, when we look at the differences from Vettel and with Aston Martin and Ricardo with McLaren, you wonder like how much it's the car's fault, or how much is the driver's fault
Yeah,
from like being comfortable and quick.
it is tough to say. It's obviously a balance. Um,
Yeah, but if you take Red Bull as well, for a few seasons, you could argue that Max was sort of over driving the car, but it's
but
also tailored to him.
yeah, but it's also like if he had overdriven a Renault, would he be in that same position? I don't think so necessarily. I think like the car is there and it's just it had its faults, but when he was overdriving it, it was like not super close, but like closest of all the other competitors. Yeah, there has to be a combination. But I think driver plays in a lot more than you would think.
Yeah, but would you say it's like 60% the car, 40% the driver, or because everyone seems to agree that, well, at least last year, Mercedes was so dominant, and as Max said, 90% of the grid would win in the Mercedes,
Mm-hmm.
which I always wondered, like, who's the 10%?
Well, I think it's right of him to say because it's okay. So here's basically what I think. Anyone could have won, or 90% of the grid could have won with that Mercedes, but it's the last 10% where the driver matter the most. So
Or,
it shifts on the situation.
yeah,
Maybe.
as also Max said, I don't know why I always quote him. Maybe it's just
Quote master.
no, but he's always so honest in the in his interviews. When there's a journalist who rudely asked him, I think it was so rude of him. They said, I think after George drove the car, and George seemed to like do a wonderful job. So they were like, well, do you really need a superstar like Lewis, who's paid millions, like
Yeah.
tens of millions, to drive the car when like the car is so good, and then you can have someone for like 10% of that price and do as good of a job.
Yeah.
And then Max said, well, yes, you want like super talent like Lewis, because when it matters, that's when he knows what to do. And we saw that in Bahrain this year.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, because they had the same car with Valtteri and Lewis, and then Lewis won when